Under the dazzling lights of Hollywood, fame and fortune can turn dreams into reality, but they can also lead people down a dark path. Behind the glitz and glamour lies immense pressure, pushing many stars to face life-altering choices. In today's video, we'll explore the stories of 25 celebrities who battled drug addiction, struggles that not only changed their careers but also transformed them in ways you wouldn't believe. Britney Murphy, the vibrant star of films like Clueless and Freeway and the voice of Gloria in Happy Feet, tragically passed away in 2009 at just 32 years old. Her sudden death, initially attributed to natural causes, sparked widespread speculation. In the early 2000s, rumors circulated about Murphy's health and personal struggles, including concerns over her noticeable weight loss. Her marriage to Simon Monjack, a controversial figure in her life, only fueled public curiosity. The mystery deepened when, just 5 months after Murphy's death, Monjack also passed away under similar circumstances. This shocking double tragedy raised even more questions. According to the coroner's report, multiple prescription medications were found in Murphy's system, contributing to the conclusion that health complications played a role in her death. Friends later revealed that she had been taking pain medication following cosmetic procedures, a path that has led to dependency for many. While debates continue over the exact circumstances, her passing remains a heartbreaking loss of a talented actress gone too soon. Daniel Baldwin's struggle with addiction reached a breaking point in 1998 when he made headlines for an incident at New York's Plaza Hotel. He was found running through the hallways in a highly erratic state, leading to his arrest for cocaine possession. Following the incident, Baldwin pleaded guilty to disorderly conduct and was sentenced to 3 months in a rehabilitation program. The actor later opened up about his long battle with addiction, revealing that his struggles with cocaine began in 1989, around the time of his first acting job at age 29. Unlike many who battle multiple substances, Baldwin's main struggle was with cocaine. He did not drink excessively, take pills, or smoke, but the drug had a powerful grip on his life. Over the years, he made numerous attempts to get clean, entering rehab 9 times before finally overcoming his addiction. Today, Baldwin has transformed his life. Not only has he continued his acting career, but he has also become a rehabilitation coach, using his personal experiences to help others facing similar struggles. Through his journey, he has turned his past challenges into a source of inspiration and guidance, offering hope to those working to break free from addiction. Elvis Presley, the king of rock and roll, shocked the world when he was found unresponsive at the age of 42 in the bathroom of his Graceland mansion. The once electrifying performer, known for his hip-swinging moves and unforgettable stage presence, had become a shadow of his former self in his final years. The toxicology report later revealed that Presley had died from a dangerous combination of drugs, including diluted Paradan, dialcodyne, and Quaaludes. Despite his early public stance against drug use, Elvis struggled with prescription medication dependency. At the center of this battle was his longtime physician, Dr. George Nicopolis, often called Dr. Nick. Originally treating Presley for chronic pain, Dr. Nick eventually enabled a growing addiction, admitting to prescribing thousands of pills. Though he sometimes tried to replace them with placebos, he ultimately gave in to the singer's demands. The irony of Presley's death was not lost on the public. The same man who once received a special badge from President Nixon for his anti-drug stance had ultimately fallen victim to the substances he once condemned. His tragic death remains a cautionary tale about the dangers of prescription drug misuse, marking a heartbreaking end to the life of a music legend. Jeff Conway, best known for his role as Kenickie in the hit musical Grease, battled addiction throughout his life, a struggle that ultimately led to his untimely passing in 2011. His struggles became widely known when he appeared on Celebrity Rehab with Dr. Drew, where his addictions to cocaine, alcohol, and painkillers were openly discussed. Despite seeking treatment as early as the mid-1980s, Conway's fight against substance abuse persisted for decades. His appearance on Celebrity Rehab also revealed a complicated relationship with his girlfriend, who was herself addicted to prescription opiates, making his recovery even more challenging. Adding to his struggles, Conway suffered a back injury while filming Grease, which worsened over time. In an effort to manage his chronic pain, he became increasingly dependent on prescription medications. Despite undergoing multiple surgeries and claiming improvement, on May 11, 2011, Conway was found unconscious, suspected of overdosing on pain medication. Tragically, after years of battling addiction, he passed away days later. His story remains a heartbreaking reminder of the dangers of substance dependency and the toll it can take on even the most beloved stars. Joanna Moore, once a shining star in Hollywood and the first wife of Ryan O'Neal, experienced a heartbreaking decline due to addiction. Born Dorothy Joan Cook Moore, she built a successful career, starring in over 17 feature films and guest starring in more than 100 television episodes before substance abuse took control of her life. In 1970, she sought treatment for her addiction, but less than a year later, she was arrested for drunk driving, leading to the loss of custody of her children. Her marriage to Ryan O'Neal in 1963 produced 2 children, Tatum and Griffin. But as Ryan's career flourished, Moore's declined, deepening her struggles with depression. Following their divorce, her life spiraled further as alcohol and amphetamines became her primary focus. Hoping for a fresh start, Moore moved her family to a remote ranch, attempting to care for troubled youth. However, her daughter Tatum O'Neal later described the environment as chaotic and plagued by substance abuse and neglect. Her ongoing battle with addiction strained her relationships and overshadowed her once promising career. In addition to her struggles with substance abuse, Moore was a heavy smoker, which contributed to her death from lung cancer in 1997. Her story remains a tragic reminder of how addiction can overshadow even the brightest of stars. Jodie Sweetin, best known for her role as Stephanie Tanner on the beloved sitcom Full House, faced significant struggles with addiction after the show ended. Her battle began at just 14 years old, when she started drinking alcohol. Over the next 13 years, she struggled with various substances, including ecstasy, methamphetamine, and crack cocaine, leading her down a dark path far removed from her wholesome on-screen persona. In 2009, Sweetin bravely opened up about her experiences in her memoir, candidly detailing her struggles with addiction after Full House. One particularly striking moment in her story was when she gave a speech at Marquette University while still under the influence after a 2-day binge. Despite these challenges, she achieved sobriety in December 2010. However, her journey was not without setbacks. Following a separation in 2013, she relapsed, but was able to regain control and refocus her life. Determined to turn her struggles into something positive, Sweetin began working as a clinical logistics coordinator at a Los Angeles drug rehabilitation center. She also pursued a degree as a drug and alcohol counselor, using her past experiences to help others facing similar battles. Her story is one of resilience, proving that recovery is possible with determination and support. Judy Garland, born Frances Ethel Gumm in June 1922, became a Hollywood legend, best known for her iconic role as Dorothy in The Wizard of Oz. However, behind the scenes, her life was far from magical. Signed by MGM as a teenager, Garland faced immense pressures that shaped her troubled future. As she transitioned into Hollywood, the challenges only intensified. The studio placed her on a strict diet, closely monitored her weight, and introduced her to amphetamines to maintain her energy. Even before her rise to stardom, At 17, Garland was already struggling with substance dependency. In later years, she revealed the darker side of early Hollywood, describing how studio executives regularly provided her and co-star Mickey Rooney with stimulants to keep them going and sedatives to force them to sleep. This dangerous cycle set the stage for a lifelong battle with addiction. As MGM's most hard-working and visible star, Garland endured immense physical and emotional strain. The pressures of fame, relentless work demands, and ongoing struggles with addiction led to multiple nervous breakdowns. Tragically, on June 22, 1969, at age 47, she passed away from an accidental overdose. Despite her extraordinary talent and legacy, her life was marked by deep personal struggles, serving as a cautionary tale about the darker side of Hollywood fame. Michael Jackson was not only a musical genius, but also one of the most influential cultural icons of the 20th century. However, behind his groundbreaking performances and record-breaking albums, he battled a severe drug addiction that ultimately led to his untimely passing. Reports suggest that in the last 15 years of his life, Jackson used up to 19 fake identities to obtain prescription medications. The roots of his addiction trace back to a 1984 accident during the filming of a Pepsi commercial, where he suffered severe burns. To manage the pain, doctors prescribed opioids, a moment Jackson later identified as the beginning of his dependency. In 1993, he took steps toward recovery by entering rehab and participating in a 12-step program. But his struggles with substance abuse continued despite multiple interventions from friends and family. Jackson largely remained in denial and refused their help. Tragically, on June 25, 2009, at age 50, Jackson suffered cardiac arrest due to a lethal combination of sedatives and propofol, a powerful anesthetic administered by his doctor to treat his chronic insomnia. His physician was later convicted of involuntary manslaughter, but by then it was too late to save the pop icon. Jackson's death remains one of the most shocking and widely discussed tragedies in entertainment history, marking the loss of an artist whose influence still resonates worldwide. Mickey Rooney, a beloved star from Hollywood's golden age and a frequent co-star of Judy Garland, lived a life far more complicated than his public image suggested. Unlike Garland, Rooney denied claims that MGM supplied him with drugs, but the truth remains uncertain as both stars have since passed away. Before his death from a heart attack in 2014, Rooney's stepson Chris Aber painted a troubling picture of the actor's private life. According to Aber, Rooney struggled with a serious addiction to sleeping pills, which led to violent mood swings and abusive behavior toward his eighth wife. Despite his charismatic on-screen persona, those close to him described him as temperamental and unpredictable behind closed doors. Aber further claimed that the extent of Rooney's medication use was staggering, alleging that picking up his weekly prescriptions required an entire shopping bag due to the sheer volume. This excessive reliance on medication reportedly worsened his erratic behavior and contributed to the instability in his personal life. While Rooney remains a legendary figure in Hollywood history, the accounts of his struggles highlight the darker side of fame and the toll it can take behind the scenes. Oprah Winfrey has touched millions of lives through her television shows, films, and magazines, becoming a symbol of empowerment and wisdom. Known for her generosity and authenticity, she has built a legacy of inspiring others. However, behind her extraordinary success lies a lesser-known personal struggle with addiction. During a 1995 episode of The Oprah Winfrey Show focused on women battling drug problems, Oprah made a shocking revelation. She admitted that she too had struggled with addiction in her early 20s, specifically to crack cocaine. Her confession stunned many, including Kim Davis, a recovering addict and guest on the show. Davis later told The Washington Post, "It threw me completely off guard. You would never dream she had a problem with drugs.
Ciao.
Oprah explained that her substance abuse was tied to a toxic relationship. She and her partner used the drug together. She later expressed deep regret over the experience, calling it one of her biggest mistakes, surrendering her personal power to someone else. Despite this dark chapter, Oprah overcame her struggles and went on to become one of the most influential and respected figures in media, proving that resilience and self-growth can lead to extraordinary achievements. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel so you never miss a new video. See you in the next one.